Hello, everyone. Good morning. Bonjour from Mauritius and Swadika from Thailand. Hi, Grace. So,
Mhm.
if you've been asking why this business and not other businesses, then stay tuned with us. And also, if you think that we have only women in this business, then you should definitely watch this live. And we are excited to answer this question today. So, welcome back to Ask Us Anything Season 2, episode 2, and this is the podcast where we openly talk about digital entrepreneurship and answer the most asked questions about building an online business. If you're watching me for the first time, I'm Neha and I work full time but also run this digital business on the side. Hi, Mary.
Good morning, everybody. Sawadika to our audience from Thailand. Magandang umaga sa mga kababayan natin sa Pilipinas. And of course, good morning to all our viewers from all over the world, including those still sleeping from the US and UK side. And of course, good morning to the early risers from Asia. My name is Mary, and I've been in this business for 2 years now. And I was a former marketing executive in the corporate world. I resigned right after doing this business in 2 years because I believe that flexibility with family is the most important for me now that I am a family person. And of course, I'd like to spend all of my valuable time with my growing 5-year-old daughter. So, good morning, everybody. Enjoy this episode because this is for you. All
Okay,
right.
so to answer this question, why choose this business and not over other businesses, we have a very special guest joining us all the way from Canada, and Vince will join us now.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
hello.
Morning.
How are you guys? And how are you, those who are watching us right now all over the world?
We are fine. Thank you so much for accepting our invite. So, Vince, please introduce yourself. Then we'll start with the questions.
Right. Hi, everyone. I'm Beans from Canada. I'm a father of two young kids, a basketball enthusiast. I collect sports cards and designated driver for family road trips. Before becoming a digital business owner, I was juggling multiple jobs to just keep up financially. I was looking for something to help us stay afloat, and that search led me to this digital business. So I'm excited to share my experiences and hopefully provide some value to those who are exploring their own business journey.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Vince, before entering digital entrepreneurship, you mentioned that you were doing other multiple jobs. So, please help us talk about it. And sorry, just 1 second. I have. So, what made you realize that this business was different from other opportunities that you've tried before?
Yeah, there were actually three things that really stood out to me. First, I was tired of trading time for money. Back then, I was working multiple jobs. I was a web developer by day and ramp agent by night. Ramp agent is working at the airline airport, like carrying baggage. So I was constantly exchanging my time for a paycheck. If I worked, I got paid. So if I didn't work, I didn't get paid. It's just like that. I started asking myself if that was something I could sustain long term, especially as I got older and wanted to spend more time with my family. Second, I saw a system I could plug into instead of building everything from scratch. Many businesses require you to create your own products, systems, processes, and marketing from the ground up. What I like here is much of the systems was already in place. So it was more of a plug and play system where I could focus on learning the skills and following the process. In fact, the automation was one of the things that impressed me the most. At that time, my wife was taking care of our toddler and newborn. Yet she could still participate in this business alongside with me because many parts of the process were already automated. And thirdly, I like that I didn't have to worry about inventory, shipping, or pressuring family and friends to make a sale. And um, I'm a naturally an introvert person, so this interview is really making me nervous. And I never liked the idea of constantly chasing people or feeling like I had to convince relatives and friends to buy, yeah, from me. Instead, I could focus on creating content, learning new skills, and connecting with people who were already looking for information. So those three things made me realize this wasn't just another opportunity. It was a business model that fit our family's lifestyle and allowed us to work together and gave us the chance to build something beyond simply trading hours of for income. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vince. I can so relate to that because as you know, many of you know, I'm also an OFW or also an immigrant here in Thailand, and chasing jobs, doing multiple jobs is a norm. It's so
Right.
normal for us because we have to keep up with, you know, the expenses, the lifestyle. So back in our home country, um, one income is enough, or two household income is enough.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on to another country, it's never enough. So we have to, you know, do day jobs and then night jobs and then a lot of side hustles on the side. But similar to Vince, I jumped into this business because the promise of, you know, doing the the right thing and having more options, because we all know that doing a lot of side hustles or side jobs on the other kind of um, world means taking away much of our time from our family, and that's the painful part, especially when you're also a parent like Vince and me. So yeah, it's a beautiful sharing and testimony, because I know many parents out there can relate and many immigrants out there can relate. So if you want to win back your time with your family, so this is the opportunity we're talking about right here. We hope you're paying attention. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Nia, do you have
Yeah.
anything additional, or would you like to jump on to the next question?
No, I think we have lots of viewers today, so let's
Oh,
check some
nice.
comments. Since you're bringing in lots of viewers.
We have 5 million people right now.
So Louis said good morning from everyone. Then we have Jen, who is watching us from the Philippines. Good morning, ladies, watching from Bicol, Philippines. Thank you for watching, Jen. We have Ain. Hello, Neha, Grace, and Kuya Vince. Thank you for watching, Ain. So Ain said, trading time for money. Many employees are trapped in this. Yes, true. Same here. I don't want to chase or beg people to make money. Yeah, and you know when your friends ignore you because you're proposing something that's good for them. True automation makes this business easier to manage compared to traditional businesses. So we have the next question coming up related to this. Yeah. So, Vince, for someone who's currently exploring options right now, like you mentioned, for you it was the automation part, how the simple the system was. Why would you personally recommend digital entrepreneurship over a traditional business setup to someone?
Oh, okay. First off, Digital business is not a get rich quick scheme. If someone's telling you that you'll make millions in a few weeks, run. So run away. Okay. But that said, a digital business can still make good money, and it can be a lucrative business to look into. I would recommend our digital business for, again, three reasons. So, first, the investment is much lower, right? Many traditional businesses require a significant amount of capital before you can even get started, right? You may need a physical location, equipment, inventory, employees, permits, right? And ongoing overhead expenses. With the with this digital business, you can often start with far less upfront investment that allows people to learn and gain experience, even to test the waters without taking on the same level of financial risk. Second, it gives you flexibility. Most people are not in a position to quit their jobs and become full-time entrepreneurs overnight. They have careers, right? Family, mortgages, and other responsibilities, just like us. What I appreciate about this business model is that you can build it around your existing life. You can learn in the evenings, work on it during weekends, and grow at a pace that fits your schedule. Third, the skills you learn are valuable beyond the business itself. Along the way in this business, you develop skills in communication, marketing, content creation, leadership, problem solving, and using a lot of the digital tools available today with, with the help of the system. Even if someone decides to pursue a different path later on, those skills remain valuable in today's economy. At the end of the day, no business is perfect, and every business requires effort. But for someone who is looking for a flexibility, relative low cost way to start learning and earning while keeping their current responsibilities, I think this digital business is worth exploring. So, as they say, you don't have to have everything figured out before you start. You just need to be willing to learn, stay coachable, and take the first step. Step, of course, right, to start. So that's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Vince. So, just to share now, Niha, I'm not sure if I've mentioned before that me and Meng, we also explored a lot of traditional business before, and especially Meng. His family was a former franchisee of 7-Eleven. I think everybody knows the 24/7 store 7-Eleven. So they were doing that as a family, and it came to a point that after 7 years of doing so, they got exhausted because we know how traditional business works, right? Exhausting, time consuming, and you have to take care of people because of the overhead, and got into their nerves and gave up the franchise, and then we got our family of our own, and then tried another kind of business right and left, and failed again. So I'm proud to say that this is a business that is very low risk. So as you can see, we've been doing this business for quite a while now, and there's no, physical store risk. There's no huge money risk. There's no hand or people risk, like handling employees and all that stuff. And tax is very minimal. And of course, this business is also legally registered, and you don't have to hire an accountant to do the accounting part, right, Niha? Because you're an accountant. So these are one of many blessings of this business for me as well. Thanks so much, Vince, for putting it in details for our audience.
You're welcome, and thank you also for inviting me here. It's my pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Okay.
So we have just some few more comments before we close. So just let's read it. So Louise says, "Woohoo! Go Papa Vince!" Like a happy wife watching. All right. So Ayin says, "True, Neha, it's like you have a hidden agenda when you connect with friends. True, very convenient to run. Thank you so much." Okay, over to you, Mary.
Yeah, I think that's all from our audience and from our viewers from all over the world. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying in with us. We hope this episode helped you a lot in your discernment if you'd like to hop to in this digital opportunity. So similar to what our guests have shared, you don't have to all to figure out everything. You just have the courage to start, and who knows, this would be the change, the lifestyle that you've been praying for or you've been looking forward to for your family. So once again, stay tuned and stay courageous and stay active with your digital journey. We are Ask Us Anything, your host. My name is Mary and my co-host Niha. Thanks again, Vince, for joining us.
Thank
Magandang umaga and sawadika to all our audience, and bonjour to all our audience in Mauritius as well. So see you again on our next episode of Ask Us Anything. Bring your questions and bring a friend. So goodbye for now and happy
Bye.
holidays. Bye.
Bye bye.